So another vulnerability moment for you here today. Again, I share these things for my own sake of sharing them and getting them out and being vulnerable, and helps me progress and grow. And if it helps other people, great. But if not, hey, it's still for me, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So codependency is something I've struggled with most of my life. And codependency, it's hard to describe really what it is in a sentence. But if you know anything about it, you know how difficult it can be to overcome, really. It can be really a struggle. It's basically when you're dependent upon other people, you know, for your own self-worth or for your purpose and reasons in life. Like, it's not you don't have a self-grounded sense of worthiness, you know, grounded in Jesus Christ, in your own worthiness, things like that. So we look to other people to validate us. Codependency is basically, as Marintha says, my wife says this all the time, is perfect. It's basically trusting in the arm of flesh. That's what it is. You rely on other people. It's codependent. There's chemical dependencies, there's alcohol dependency, things like that. This is codependency, meaning you're dependent on somebody else. So done a lot of work in that regard, overcoming that, and a lot of these projects are for me to continue to overcome that, and been making great strides. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm really, really struggling with it at the moment. I'm not. I'm doing pretty well, and that's a lot of the reasons why I want to share this, because I want to share some of the successes that I've had, but I still struggle with it. And today was an interesting experience to see how easy it is to fall back into, or at least the temptation is there to fall back into. So had an experience at work, nothing crazy. There was an event that was planned for this evening that I didn't know about until today. And it was an event that I normally would have gone to, would have been an event that was really specific for me and for my role. But one thing or another happened and the communication didn't get through, and so I didn't know about it till today. And when, the person who was kind of putting the event together approached me with it today, realized, oh no, Blake doesn't know about it. I said, well, okay, I would love to go to that, but I don't know if I can. Tonight's a busy night, it's Tuesdays, there's lots going on Tuesday evenings in my home. So I'll have to check with home and see if that's even a possibility, but I would love to go, but we'll have to check. So we had a bit of a miscommunication there, and an email was sent later to myself and to the other person who's going to be at this event, who happens to be my boss, saying, hey, Blake and so-and-so, here's the plans for tonight. I want you to address these points as you address this group. It was a political grouping, a pretty good opportunity for us to spread a good message. So I want you to cover these points, and so-and-so, I want you to cover these points. And I just kind of had a freak out moment because I couldn't go. I hadn't committed that I could go to this event. I had said I would love to go, but I need to check with home first. And as one thing led to another, I hadn't let this person know that I could go, and I actually couldn't go. But I just took it all on myself. Like, oh no, I have to go. How am I going to do this? I'm going to let everybody down. If I don't go, but I really can't go, there's logistics at home that I just can't make it work out. And I really felt like I wanted to be home, to be totally honest with you. I wanted to be home. That's where my heart was driving me that evening. I'm trying to be better at following my feelings. I need to be home, which I'm very glad I did. Knowing now that I'm home, I know why the Spirit was driving me. There's things I needed to do at home. So following those feelings, really following your gut, So I stewed over that for a while. I didn't know what to do. I knew what I wanted to do, but I was like, oh, I have to fix this. It's all on me. Those are telltale signs of codependency. I have to fix this. It's all on me. I'm the only one who can save this situation. It's a codependent thought when a friend of yours or somebody you love is in trouble and you feel like you're the only one who can save them. That's a codependent trigger. Let that percolate in the back of your mind. I'm the only one. We're not the only one. So I finally said, I'm gonna do what I feel like I need to do. Just wrote an email. Hey, I'm really sorry. There was a miscommunication. I actually didn't say I could go tonight, and it ends up that I can't go due to these logistic reasons. Boy, I'm really sorry. And to my friend who's going tonight, I'm really sorry. Wish I could be there with you, standing side by side, fighting the good fight, but I really can't go. I would love to do it. Sent the email off and felt a big relief because I had taken care of myself. I had followed my feelings and didn't have to take on that burden. So then the other person sent an email back to the group saying, hey, sounds like I'm probably not going to go either then. You know, if multiple people aren't going to go, there's really not enough time for us to cover what we need to cover unless we have more people there. So I'm not going to go. Hope that's okay. And my first gut reaction was like, oh, whew, see, it was okay. It didn't work out. He wasn't going to go either. So it worked out. He wasn't going to go either. Great feeling. But then again, I felt that temptation to just slide right back down. I felt like all of a sudden I had to send this big apology email. I am so sorry. I hope I didn't ruin this for everybody. I wanted to take it all back on me. But I didn't. I didn't ruin it for anybody. I didn't ruin anything. I stuck to my feelings, followed what I felt like I was supposed to do, and took care of myself. And guess what? Guess what happened? It all worked out. It worked out just fine. Everything was okay. I felt the relief of it. Everybody else was like, hey, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. So I'm sharing this with you, again, one, to be vulnerable. And if anybody else struggles with these kinds of moments, I want you to go through a bit of a process with yourself, to ask yourself in these moments, do I really have to be the one to save this? Am I really the only one? Question those thoughts that pop up. If I follow my feelings and I do what I feel like is the right thing to do, what's the worst case scenario? What's going to really happen? Is the world really going to fall apart, or is life going to go on? You know, am I going to get fired and lose my job? No, you know, I have a great job with people whom I love and they love me. It's a great environment. So when you feel those temptations to fall into that codependent place, challenge it, recognize it, be aware of your thought processes and say, no, you know, I matter. I'm going to follow what I feel like is the right thing to do. And when we do that, it's amazing how the universe gets behind us. God says, good job. You followed the Spirit. I'll help you out. And even if people get mad or upset, is that the worst thing? That's their opinions. It's their judgment. As long as you're good with yourself and your own heart, Heavenly Father knows that you're good. That's what's really important. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. I love you all.